Yeah, we were supposed to see Death of a Salesman. Something happened. Which, you know what?
Can we say it? Yeah, it seems like somebody's sick or something.
Probably.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Oh, that's the impression I got.
I mean, it's got to be, right? If it's canceled fully,
it's a
got to be.
it's a cast of
Nathan
4
Lane
people.
and Laurie Metcalf were like, we're not doing it, you know?
Yeah,
But
they
just put their hands up and
I
said,
didn't know if
no more Miller.
Can I be honest, I didn't know if my assistant was lying to me. I thought that like she had maybe fucked up, and I was just going with it. I was just going with it. I was like, oh, something happened.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so
That's
funny.
Don't let something happen
good.
again.
That's a really good
that's
No,
buffer.
but
That's
did you hear a thing?
No, literally, we were just talking
No, we were
before
just
you
Oh,
talking
walked
you
about
saw a thing.
And
I just assumed it's
okay,
real.
so that was me gluing it together because if a
we
4-person
can
show
look it up
closes,
pretty easily.
if a 4-person show cancels, somebody's sick. It's usually that
I
simple.
imagine they have an understudy for a 4-person show.
I imagine
You'd
that.
be amazed.
I
You check your
imagine-
phone?
As someone who's been on Broadway right today, I had not seen anything about it being canceled, so I imagine it's just.
I think
That's
Olivia.
so funny.
It's okay, Olivia. It's
It's
fine.
okay, Olivia. It's okay.
Those things happen.
It is a funny lie. I mean, like it's a go for it.
I was relieved. Not that I don't want to. Not that it's not.
I
Listen,
know.
Lord Metcalf.
I know.
But it was just like I'm like.
Oh, it was.
I'm seeing
it was.
Death of a
It was
Salesman.
daunting. After like I've had a full day today. I have multiple
Really?
auditions, like
Mazel tov.
meetings and
Mazel.
multiple meetings. It's been a day. So I was like, at the end of the day, to be like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
if I need to sit down.
I
with
know,
salesman
but then
at
it
the
just
end
means
of
that you would be sitting there laughing the whole time.
the day. Yeah.
Which is just like, actually, you know what? I saw a Chekhov show years ago. I love Chekhov. I'm probably the only person in the world love. And it is funny. But usually people go and sit in that theater and they're like they're at the MoMA.
Yeah.
And you just go like, no, it's funny because they're so sad. Let's all
Yeah.
like lean in.
Yeah.
And then I got shushed. I got shushed.
Which show? Which one?
No, it's not worth saying. But it was many moons ago. It also might have been family of people
In the show?
possibly
Oh.
that were like, you're not taking my baby seriously. And you go, I don't know, guys.
It's very dramatic.
It's not. It's so dumb. That's the
No,
best part
that's
of it.
what I'm saying. It's
Yes.
like melodramatic, you know.
I had a joke. I had to retire because not enough people knew Chekhov. Just in the average.
No,
audience,
100%.
Where something. My dad, when I was in a theater company way back, he came to a show once and he was the only one in the audience. And it was like a devised piece in a
Love,
church.
love.
I mean, a night.
I'm sure I saw
slow
it.
motion drowning sequence. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did the puppeteering for it.
Yeah, I think I did.
And the joke, I pretended it was the seagull. The joke originally was like, somebody went to the bathroom and we had to just freeze or something. And then the joke was it was the first production of the seagull with a gunshot in the first act. And not enough people.
No one knows what that
knew.
means. No one knows what
Not
that
enough
means.
people knew.
No,
and I thought it was such a smart joke, a Chekhov's gun
No.
joke, but
it's usually the one that you're the most proud of is the one that has to get cut.
mm-hmm. That's why I started a theater adult show, because I need like those people that I could just
No,
be
I
like,
know.
Chekhov joke, Chekhov
No,
joke.
I know. But also, actually, I did. This is a plug. I won an award recently. It's not that big of a deal. I still put on my pants like everybody else, but I won an award, and I was going over the speech, and I was talking about my career. And during the speech, I said, and as I careered from career to career, which is, it's just a musical theater joke, guys. It's right there, right? And my people on my team were like, this part, we were all editing together. This part it doesn't flow very well. It's like, it's a theater joke. I need to suss out who they are in the house. I got 3. So I feel great.
Yeah.
And I actually did stop the speech to go, I found you. And then we moved on.
Yeah.
I thought it was worth it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Now,
No.
I feel embarrassed.
Why?
Why?
What's the joke?
Oh, this is great then.
Wait.
Oh, this is great.
But
it's
let me.
Sondheim.
Do you?
It's
wait.
Sondheim.
Hold up. Wait. If it's Sondheim, then please let me get it first.
Okay. Should I say it again?
Can I say the show?
If you'd like.
Say the show. What's the show?
The show. It's
Is it based off a show?
It's a lyric in a pretty famous song
Which
from Follies.
Oh, is it? I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Correct.
Yes.
Career, yeah.
Career. Okay.
If you have
Close
questions,
enough.
all of the musical theater references I have are usually for the old ladies.
Listen, you're looking at a guy whose old email was at.
No.
.com.
What was
that? What's that?
Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
Wait, this was your email or AOL?
This was an email, and I'll bleep whatever the thing it's at. But yeah, for a long time. Do you know it?
No.
I'll give you the tune.
Oh, I don't know this lyric.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo.
Oh, it tastes like a gum. Oh, it's company. It's da 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 da. What the fuck is that song called?
Is anybody there?
It's I can't remember the name of the song. I sing it all the time.
That is in my. You probably know because we played in the pre-show playlist for my poor comedy club audiences.
Zombies in my arms.
It's all three of them.
It's gonna be. Yeah.
You could drive a person crazy. This is the downside.
Hi. Look at you guys.
Oh. That should not be happening. We'll have to fix
really
it on the post.
a really
what
organic.
happened there?
Ty, pretend it's purposeful.
Hold on.
No one wants to look at. No one wants to look at the
no,
producer.
no, I
Look like, oh my god, just wires and flames. It's fine. You don't need to replay. We're gonna keep it all.
We're gonna keep.
This is great.
Brutal.
This is the non-editing podcast.
Brutal.
What? Okay, well,
Are these going in
everything's
anywhere?
great.
Just into a can?
No.
Welcome to the
Ty.
downside. My name is Gianmarco Soresi. I'm with my co-host Russell Daniels. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
And we're here with our special guest today. You may have heard him and seen him in Project Hail Mary.
Woo!
James Ortiz, thank you for being here today.
It's me. I'm here.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, the show, this is a place we complain, we get negative. We'll see if James can get there because I listened to a podcast episode with Stephanie J. Block.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Who's the other host? of it?
Mary Lee Fairbanks.
And it was a great podcast, but it's one of these where
It's
I'm like,
very
I'm like,
joyful. It's
so
very joyful.
We do a blessing at the end. They end this beautiful, positive, artistic podcast with like, what were 5 little blessings you had today?
Oh,
and I'm like, it couldn't.
But that
be
was
more
the hardest
opposite.
thing that anybody's ever asked me. Because if like you don't have any, it's not the first place I go.
I could do that. It would be like
Really?
food. Oh yeah.
Good for you.
I
I'm
could do
usually
5 little
like,
blessings.
I think I said something like, my glasses match my shirt. Like it was something like, come on. No, I just never. It's always on the spot that I just have a panic attack. I
Yeah.
love preparation.
Yeah. Oh.
Me too.
Doesn't mean I ever have time or am able to have it, but
Well, James, I'm so happy to.
Wait, Gianmarco. We also, can I just say,
Please.
I'm so proud of both of you guys. This podcast is extraordinary, but also I've known you. We aren't incredibly close, but we knew of each other about a decade ago because you were. I don't know if we can talk about this.
Yeah, anything.
But Rob Nannis is I'm sure a friend of the pod.
Yeah, Rob Nannis. He's never been on. I'm sure we've talked about. He was one of my good friends in college, and then roommate when we moved to New York.
Yes,
for like a year.
Incredible, like producer of theater and works everywhere, and is just incredible, delightful. I love him. He's a ball of anxiety, and I just can't. I love him so much.
Yeah.
But he produced the show The Woodsman that you came to, and more than once, I think. Because
Yeah,
I think
it
you
was-
were like haunting the. We hung out a bunch after the show.
Yeah, I saw it. I know I saw it at 59 59, but
Yes.
I saw it once before that as well.
It's very possible.
So The Woodsman. This is the Tin. It's an exploration
Yeah,
of the
sure.
story of the Tin Man.
That's it. Yeah.
Has Wicked contacted you? Do they want to just grab this
Not
property
even
up?
a little bit. But I have worked with Ethan Slater, and there are pictures that we are like nearby each other, so the internet had feelings about that because I played the Tin Man in this thing.
Oh yeah.
So it was just that. And by the way, he's so cool.
Friend of the
Well,
pod.
we really
Is he? Has he been on?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
on.
we
Oh,
went to
I
the same
love
high
him.
school.
They went to
Oh,
the
I
same-
love
He
him.
was much younger. He was doing more wrestling in the theater when I was
Much
there. but
younger.
Much younger. But he told me, and I'm dying to get him to do it in a show.
Yeah.
He learned the whole original Tin Man dance.
Yeah.
As if that would inform the.
If I only had a heart.
Yeah, as if that would like inform the kind of very male red-pilled version in the Wicked
I
movie.
know.
Yeah,
And it'd probably inform like one move.
I
And
know.
that's why I'm
That's
like,
all
you
you
got to
get.
do something with all this research.
You have to. Well, that's also what you do when you're having a panic attack on a film set. You just go like, how much stuff can I pack in my bag
Yeah.
just in case? You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, for sure. That's a stressful movie to be a part of.
Yeah.
Well, James, yes. So we have this history,
And we're just meeting now, and I think you're awesome. That's
Thank
it.
you so much.
The
Wait,
end.
When was
I'll
this
leave now.
Woodsman? What
Okay,
year?
Woodsman. Okay, it was
Gosh. Did I
the
know
last
you?
No,
the last
way before
the
we
last
knew each other.
version was 2016. The
didn't
version
see
that
that
you
one.
saw was probably like 2014, 2015.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think. And it was just this short little show that I had a theater company at the time.
I remember hearing about it. For
Yeah,
sure.
it was just this like puppety, actory kind of thing, and basically it gave me a career. Like it's the entire reason that like anybody called me to do anything ever.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean it was because it was basically a play with almost no dialogue and some puppets in it, and a lot of me and my hair. And I would just go in for so many general meetings where people would just go, "What are you?" And then we wouldn't talk for another decade.
Yeah.
Well, for those who don't know, you also more recently you were the voice and one of the puppeteers, the lead puppeteer.
I was the lead puppeteer, and basically, so I was of Rocky in Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
So I was the how do I put it? I made all the character choices.
Yeah.
Right. So I played Rocky, and I was Rocky on set, and I hired a team of other puppeteers because Rocky has 5 limbs and I have 2 hands. So I was always on his main body, doing the thoughts and the thinking, and then which is a funny thing to say, but that is part of puppetry. You literally are physicalizing the ideas, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the team, they were on the limbs, and since there was a huge part of the process was improvisation. So most of that film is pretty wall-to-wall improv. So we would do like 45-minute takes for like a 3-page scene of just like trying to find, because you just want to find surprises. You just want to find stuff. Because there's not, interestingly enough, the book's incredible and the script's incredible and all, it's true, but it's a funny thing because the scenes, as we were sort of working on them, there wasn't a lot to do. It's just 2 buddies hanging out a lot of the time. So you just kind of go like, well, where do we go? And this means that we just spent a lot of time shooting the shit. So there's like, a 5-hour cut of it of just like nonsense, not useful.
Yeah.
But that was kind of what the job turned into, where we were just improvising and trying to make each other giggle.
But how did you improvise like your backstory? Like, did you ever improvise something? They're like, no, Rocky's not like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, Rocky loves to do puppeteering, and they're like, no, Rocky is kind of cool.
Were you with?
No, they never said Rocky was cool because I was playing him. I'll tell you that right now. There was never any illusions of that.
Well, like, how familiar were you with the book? And, like, I mean, because I feel like there must have been somewhat of pressure. I went to the movie not knowing much about.
Yeah, that's the best way.
But I went with my brother and my nephews and my wife.
Who love the book.
All obsessed with the book.
Oh, good.
And so they had such like thing, and then that it blew them away.
That's
I mean,
nice.
I feel like people really seem to love that book. So I felt like I wonder
when did it come out? When is this book
any
popular?
Like
pressure
21,
on
2021.
your part. Yeah.
And is it for like?
It's written by Andy Weir, who wrote The Martian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a similar. There's a tone that feels similar, but truly, I believe Ryan Gosling had got an advance copy and optioned it right away. Like I believe he got it right away, and he started gathering the team. He was like, Amy Pascal, I need you, and Phil and Chris, let's talk about it.
Is it written for like teenagers, kids, adults, anything?
I think it's
adult. Like, I think it's
adult.
I mean, not like a crazy adult, but I think more like my nephew. Well, one nephew is too young, didn't read it, but the other one is like going to be a middle schooler soon. But
I find like it a lot. Of course, the diehard sci-fi fans are huge fans of it, but it's kind of had the book has had a wide audience. It's been really interesting. Even when I got the job, because I hadn't read the book when I got the audition, I read it very quickly in the midst of reading like 2 drafts, and so my memory is kind of like, it's the same thing, right? It's not.
Yeah.
But no, it was amazing because I was then going like, what's the deal with this? So I started looking stuff up, and I had to stop right away because there was the book talk of this book was wild for somebody who had to be responsible for playing that part. So I did sort of avoid it for a hot minute.
And
But
the
what was the
ending is
question?
the same as the book?
Yeah, which I think I heard they had to fight to keep that ending, which I think is awesome.
What do they want to do?
I don't know. I think there was
I'm a
probably
pessimist. I got to tell you,
Go for
great
it.
movie.
Yeah, go for it.
And there's
it's
all
very
this-
it's very warm.
There's all this conversation, at least in some pockets of the internet, about how like people are looking for warmth now. They no longer want the cynicism, and that's a threat to my market. And like. Any movie with a positive ending, in my mind, I'm like, you know what they should have done.
Oh, you just go coward.
In my mind, all right. Only quick, only spoiler part of this whole thing.
There might be more spoilers.
There might be more spoilers. I thought he was going to go back.
Yep.
Rocky was going to be dead.
Oh, yeah.
And he had made the journey for naught and died alone. And
then
they both
and
died.
then Boom Boom, directed by Lars von Trier.
That's so boring.
That or or it was like a different Rocky, but it wasn't Rocky.
He still made the
and he
decision
found
not to
out-
go
Oh,
back
that there was
to-
like an Inception level like trickery inside of
No,
it.
that like his understanding of what individuality was like
Rockies?
different for this other creature.
Sure.
So his friend was dead, and it didn't matter.
Oh, like Groot, like it's a
That's
new Groot.
stupid.
I
Yeah.
understand what
That's
you're saying.
stupid. No, because listen,
It all worked out. It all
did.
worked
he
out.
didn't go
It
back
did.
to his Earth. He decided not to go back to Earth. That's not nothing.
Seemed like he didn't want to.
Well, no, but that's why I
He's
thought
very
that's
good
why.
looking. He's very good looking to have no real friends.
That
on
was
Earth.
honestly the biggest
No,
part
but
of
I
the
thought
sci-fi.
that's so interesting. I thought
Go for it.
that's interesting because I'm like, I like that they didn't hit us over the head. A lot of movies would be like, we got to fill in the gaps. He doesn't like his girlfriend. He broke up with his girlfriend. Or like, I like that there's a bit of mystery of like why he doesn't fully connect with humans, or like. I thought that was interesting. I didn't think it was like I didn't want to be hit over the head. Of
You
like,
show me one NASA space traveler that looks like Ryan Gosling.
He's not that though. He was a teacher. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was. That's right.
He's not. He's a fucking teacher. I know a million teachers that are good looking. So shut up.
I'm just saying, Ryan Gosling is so good looking.
You
He is.
can't use this every time. Ryan Gosling's allowed to be cast in things. Any role that you,
Yeah.
any role that
Yeah,
he would
he
be
could-
in, you're like, that's
He could be cast as the school bully that bullies the scientist who then learns
Why?
to
He's
make up for the
charming,
fact
he's
that they're a
fun.
fucking
Sure.
loser.
Okay.
I think this is a valid point of discussion. I am thrilled.
I'm pro.
Yeah, and if I was alone
I'm
on a
pro
space-
Ryan Gosling working. Okay.
I'm
I'll
pro.
say it.
Listen, it's a
I
great
know.
movie.
Yeah, it's fine.
No,
It's not for everybody. It's fine.
I like. No,
great movie.
I know it's a fantastic movie.
But I understand this because also, well, first of all, we did shoot scenes where we saw Ryan's partner on Earth and how it didn't work out.
Oh, that
And
poor actor.
I know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I probably shouldn't say who it was, but
Yeah.
she's great, and she
Yeah.
was spectacular in the scene and a half that
Yeah,
she
let's
had.
not give her any press.
No, I just feel it feels like a.
Yeah, don't
am I
mention
crazy?
it.
It feels like a
No,
weird thing
no,
to
it
like
is
be
weird.
like
It is
sorry.
weird.
Oh,
It
can
is-
I'm going to tell you a deeply embarrassing story right now.
Yeah.
Last night I went to a play. It's not worth saying which one. And there was an after party, and Tom Hanks was there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, Tom Hanks. This is so cool. This is my moment to say hi to Tom Hanks. Because so it's worth saying I was a part of Hail Mary. I wasn't supposed to be the voice. I have to give some context before I tell you this Tom Hanks
yeah.
story. So I wasn't supposed to be the voice of the character. Originally, I was just there to be the puppeteer on set, and basically maybe a script soup would say the lines. But when this improv thing started coming in, it became clearer that they wanted an actor to play the thing.
Yeah.
And I sort of went, I'm already here. Like
You raised your hand.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God.
like a crazy person. But because we were about to shoot a scene where Rocky was off camera and Ryan was on a wire floating in space, and I was just like, I'm working with my puppeteers, but I think we could. It feels like this is an opportunity for us to start working. And everybody went, yeah, right, okay. So we kind of test drove this thing of us just basically bantering while he was on a wire and making up. It was actually the scene, I'm having a moment where everything goes red. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that was a longer scene on paper where, Rocky doesn't understand what he's looking at. So he kind of like kills the moment.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of bantering and playing the whole thing. And then quickly it turned into like, no, James, let's make sure that it's, even if like we have to do something on second unit or whatever, or like we always want you to be there to be Rocky. We always want you to do the thing, which is really, really flattering and great.
And it's easy enough to do with. You have a stick. What's your?
I have to. I'll send you a video and you can
Okay.
cut, you can cut it in.
Yeah.
But basically, imagine that because if he's on the table right now, he's probably about that tall, and his body. I basically am holding two handles that are coming out of his butt, and the two handles are almost like a fighter pilot. So I'm operating the movement of his head, right? And we tried a bunch of different versions, Jim Henson versions or long rods or other stuff, and the performance kept getting really bad. It just felt like really awful. So I basically had to convince the VFX supervisor of like, hey, I need to be really close to this puppet in order to give any worthwhile performance.
Right in the asshole.
And they said, I know.
Yeah.
But they were like, that'll be fine, but it means there's more work for them to paint out later. So basically, whenever you see Rocky, we've been painted out of all of it digitally.
Yeah.
So, and also I had to wear a wig cap like Norma Desmond because they were like, oh, each hair costs X number of dollars to paint out. So I was there was no way to be cool. I was like in a black schmata and fully like, and being like, Grace's best friend, like it was nuts, right? But all of that to say, I got to when they told me they wanted to test drive an idea that I was going to be the voice because they were going to probably go to a celebrity. I got to see a bunch of different cuts of the film, and in an early cut of the film, there was a sequence where we had to get that exposition out about what is astrophage and what is going on with Earth and why is the sun melting or whatever. And not melting. I've read the book, I promise. Yeah. But we had an interstitial, very funny, very Lord and Miller kind of joke where Tom Hanks was narrating like a silly sort of like something you would see at the observatory, like space is beautiful. Yeah.
Kristen Chenoweth did the Oklahoma City bombing memorial.
She did.
She did.
Is that real?
She's from Oklahoma.
She did. She's from Oklahoma, and I was like, "Oh, Kristen!" And I was like, "Please."
And they're like, "Please sing."
She is a
please sing a little.
Sing popular.
Just sing a little.
He wasn't popular.
It's just
that's why he did it.
It's just that her register that makes you go, "This is funny," right?
Yeah.
Like that's. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, I got to see a cut where that was in there, and I was like, "Oh my God, we actually got Tom Hanks to like record this thing. That's so cool." Because we had Meryl Streep do that one cameo, you know, and I was like, oh, "Okay, great."
Oh right.
So I went up to Tom Hanks at this party last night and said, "Hi, I'm Rocky in Project Hail Mary. I'm so sorry about that scene you got cut off. Ha ha ha. You're so great, and I'm such a huge fan." He went and walked away. I didn't know what was going on. I think you're amazing. Hi,
Tom.
But
Tom.
No, yeah, I know. He's
watching
fan
early
of
on the
pod.
Patreon.
So I texted the directors when I got home and was like, "Hey, this is so weird. Like, I met Tom Hanks. Isn't that so wild?" And they were like, "We never shot anything with him, James. It was an animatic. It was like it was a picture of him. I just assumed that it was real footage because I'm an idiot. So because it wasn't a scene I was in, so I was like, yeah, whatever." And I moved on, but. That wasn't it. They literally made like a first pass that they would then present to Tom Hanks if they wanted to use it, and they never ended up using it.
So wait,
so he was never. He was. It might have been.
So wait,
it could have actually just been the director, and I wasn't again paying attention enough because it wasn't a scene I needed to focus on for ADR stuff. So so literally the texts from Phil and Chris are just like, "Oh no!" Like it was awful.
First of all, he could have been a little nicer.
It was fine.
But,
he didn't know me at all.
You come say, "Hey, you got cut out of that thing."
I know. I'm the worst. It was the worst thing I could have done.
Does he think that you even were Rocky, or you're just?
It also could have been a loud part. Both. I'm sure.
You're the third
both.
person who went up to him at that party and said, "I'm Rocky." I'm Rocky in Project Hail Mary.
Or a third person that said, "Sorry, you got cut from this thing, Tom Hanks."
Yeah, it was a really weird move of mine, and I shouldn't have done it. Hi. Thanks.
No,
I get it.
It's fine.
I'm so glad that we've talked about it.
Thank you.
What would you do now?
I would probably check my information before trying to go, "Hi, we're in a movie together." Wasn't that so cool? Also, like,
I imagine it's like a thing.
It's a real try hard move.
Of course, and we're all guilty of it at some point. But it's that feeling of like wanting to be like. Sometimes you see someone. I feel this if it's like a really big comedian where you want to be like, "Hey, I'm not like a fanboy.
No, I know.
I'm a worker, and we're both co-workers at the factory of art."
And you know that's coming out of like a weird like pick me, like it's out of it's a very deep, sad little boy place.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
There's a certain person that's been on SNL that I've met 3 times, and twice after I've done a show where I had a big part in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't a 4th time.
Not be met by
and be like, "You've seen me do 2 full shows where I was in a big part, and I can't introduce myself again to you." So then that's when it gets tricky.
No, I know.
Is like you're like, "Hey," like you start pretending like, "Hey, nice to like."
Well, remember,
because how do you do it? And also, no offense, it's like I get it. We all just see a lot of things, and I play. I'm really a chameleon, you know. So like, actually, both shows I was playing a woman.
This is the exact same thing I did with Bill Burr back in the day.
Yeah,
where Bill Burr like got rejected from a comedy club I was at. Like they wouldn't let him just go on stage, and I saw him and I was like, "Hey, I was at that club that didn't let you perform." We're so, but it was that same thing. Like, hey, that they got cut.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, we're friends.
I may never recover from this.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think we could get Chet on the pod someday, and we can try to pass the word up.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll try to get.
My God, the Z-Way interview with him was life changing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's got a good sense of humor about him.
Yeah.
And I just saw a music video that he had. His Tom was in.
Oh,
it's
really?
called "You Better," like you need to run, you better run, and it was a Forrest Gump.
Oh,
it was a real timely kind of
comeback
to.
No.
I can't believe Well, I always know the story from the movie Her.
Yeah.
Where there was an actor who voiced...
On set.
Yeah, what was the name of the character?
Oh.
Did the character have a name?
She
I
did.
don't know.
Her?
Yeah,
Was her name Her?
Yeah.
I saw it when it came out, and that was a minute ago.
Yeah, and it was...
They replaced her with Scarlett
ScarJo.
Johansson.
Yeah, and I think... I don't know
But
if they
that's how
told
it
her.
goes, normally.
Well, did you assume from the jump
100%.
you'd be replaced?
Well, it was a little bit even. This is maybe too frank, but even in my contract, it was something to the tune of like lead puppeteer, and we'll see if we want to use your voice.
What
You know?
is really crazy, because I didn't really even think about it till we're going to have you on the pod, is that when I was sitting down watching the movie, I was like, God, whose voice is that? Because
Yeah,
I was
sure.
like, this is a great part suddenly.
It's
like
a
where I
great
was like,
part.
and your voice sounded in a way where like, who's the famous person doing this? Because it
Surprise.
Was, and then, but yeah, I
This
was
little
like, this is a
gremlin.
great part that it is shocking. That
It would
they
have been
didn't-
funny if
that
they
didn't.
programmed
It
it
was
to
crazy.
sound like
You know?
John Mulaney, and that's who it was. I'm Rocky.
I'm Rocky.
Oh my god!
What's the name? I need more. Yeah, I'm just doing my act. What are some of Rocky's lines? Let me try to John Mulaney.
Oh, he would. Rocky would say, "No understand word."
No understand word.
That's it. That's it. I don't think we need to.
I think that'd be a whole like cameo section where you do messing with the computer, and it's like, welcome to the
Yeah.
ship. Russell, you got one? You got one to throw in there?
No understand word. That's Harvey Firestein.
Yeah.
Oh,
Harvey Firestein.
that video. There's a video of him somewhere where he's. No, it's Andrew Keenan Bolger talking about the first day of Newsies rehearsal, where Harvey came in with a huge bag of lollipops and went, "You want a lollipop?" Like just to this room of
You want a lollipop?
and you'd go,
That
"Yeah,
is really
he's the sweetie gay aunt of the American theater."
Puppeteering.
Yep.
Do you know Joseph Limas, our friend Joseph?
Yes, of course I
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just saw. Well, not just. They did a one-man show at Dixon Place a while
The
ago.
pancakes.
Yes, it was gorgeous.
Yes,
yes,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so
It's so
beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
we
great.
were at. It was only one night only. I don't remember.
No, it was a few nights, but
great.
But yeah, it was great. It's so great.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
Joseph,
Don't trust the one night only billing, guys. There's going to be plenty more opportunities to see it.
Joseph's in our sketch group.
Really?
Function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
love-
first time I met Joseph, before he was in the sketch group, I think we heard that he did puppets.
Yep.
And I said,
And after you made fun of him enough.
no,
Yep.
well, I did it. I did this is my version of like trying to relate. I was like, I forget. It was something about Jim Henson or something.
Yeah.
And the way, I mean, Joseph's very blunt, at least with me.
Yes,
he was
he
just
is.
like, oh yeah, let me guess, Jim Henson. And I was like, whoa. I was like, buddy, you're a puppeteer. Give me a second. I'm just trying to be polite. I don't give a fuck if I'm being honest.
It is.
And we're good friends now.
There was a period where have you seen Being John Malkovich? And you're like, yes. Because there's nothing else to do after
But
that.
it's so good.
It's a great
so
film.
good.
And actually, I got to meet the marionette artist that did that years later, and it was so he actually had. It
So
was
you do have something to say.
yeah, I know.
That-
But you do kind of go. Also, when Team America happened, everybody was like, "Have you seen that?" And I was
Yes.
like, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Yes,
Yeah.
it is a film. It had puppets.
Yeah, I guess we all get it. Stand-up comedies.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
trying
the?
to think. Oh.
What's the?
Yeah, what- as a
like? Be
puppet-
funny.
as
Like,
a-
is it
as
that?
a
Be funny. No, it's
puppeteer.
more. Well, he's asking about me. It's more. Let's see. What does they say with stand-ups? They always go like. I mean, sometimes they just tell me a joke if it's someone who's like being really obnoxious, and if you ever give in,
Yeah.
it never works.
No, of
and they're
course
always
it
like
doesn't.
horrified.
No, I know.
And if in sketch, it's like if you say you do sketch comedy, they're like, you're gonna use this in one of your little skits, and it's like
I know.
the salt spilled at the table.
But
and
here's
you're
the
like,
question.
Really, I thought they normally go like, "Could you refill my
Shut up.
water?"
But I'm wondering what you get as a puppeteer. What's your thing that you get? Like,
it's a bunch of
when
things.
you
I
say
mean,
you're a puppeteer.
well, it's also because it's funny. It's only lately that I've been saying puppeteer, which is so annoying of me. I'm usually a puppet designer. I'm usually like hired by theaters to like design the things for the show. So I'm basically there to like. I'm there at every step of the process where I'm with all the designers. We're in a room. We're trying to figure out the world of the show. I design the thing. I get the thing built. Then I'm in the room and I'm teaching it to the team. And then I deuces on opening. So this was also a put my money where my mouth was kind of gig where it's like, oh, I guess I really have to do the things I've been teaching people. But because a lot of my work ends up like veering towards like Julie Taymor-ish, like it's a little more it's less waka waka and more, you know.
Yeah.
So I end up kind of people just sort of going like, "You is theater person." Like I get more like, "Did you see this play?" And you're like, "Yeah," or "No."
But Julie Taymor was an early inspiration, like something.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think also I'm of a generation where like that was the coolest thing. I mean, my family, I was in a suburb of Dallas. So kind of like far away from the world of the theatre. And when like the Lion King was on like Good Morning America, you were like, what is this? You know? It was such a huge moment.
I saw it too. I mean, I saw it like in the time to see it, the right age.
Oh, did you?
Magical.
I saw it this year.
Yeah, for the first time.
I saw it for the first time because I did Hercules with Disney for a couple of years. I was doing the puppet creatures for that,
Oh,
a
cool.
bunch of different versions of it. And the entire conversation endlessly, in a great way, was, but when we did in The Lion King, maybe you do like this. And I was like, yeah, I maybe should so I just got a chance to go backstage and see the thing. And it was really magical. It was really special. It's gorgeous. Also, they have a full standing crew of about 7 puppet fixers on backstage every night.
Wow.
Which no other show has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though I'm usually begging, like, we need more help backstage, you know. Milky White, when I did that, there was basically like set carps that were fixing him in between shows and like putting 2x4s on him.
Which production of Into the Woods was
That's
this?
the most
The
recent?
Sarah Bareilles one that happened, the most recent revival.
My girlfriend doesn't like Into the Woods. She doesn't like music.
Music.
She
does
so
not
she
love
music.
Grew up, she grew up Chabad. And not a lot of music. So like her Spotify Wrapped will say, you have not listened to enough music for us to give you a Spotify Wrapped.
I'm in love with that. I can relate because I don't have an ear for songs if music was playing in this room right now, I probably wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't clock it unless I know the song really well.
Oh.
Like I'm a visual learner, I'm not an auditory learner. So
Sure.
if you guys weren't in this room, I would probably have already zoned out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we do the video podcast.
That's right, babe.
Check it out. Yeah, no, she sent me, I guess the Spotify, her like most listened to song was a Eugene Merman track.
Okay.
Wait, I don't know who that is.
Famous kind of alt stand-up comedian.
Oh, okay,
and he
okay.
does one of the voices for Bob's Burgers, right?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
And then the other track here is most played track is Shabbat for starters, which you shouldn't need if you grew up Chabad. But
sometimes you want to go back to the ballet bar. That's all right.
No, it's not, because she's like leaning into it now. She goes, when we're at parties, she goes, yeah, it's so corny. It's Disney for adults, and I'm like, it's a point of contention.
Wait,
she goes,
music
I don't
in
like
general,
Sondheim.
or Into the Woods.
But I think it's one of those things where it's like her favorite musical is Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat because she grew up on it.
Sure.
And I just think like if you're not into music, Sondheim's like it's advanced in a way that you
it's still
wouldn't
accessible.
enjoy.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
It sounds like just sounds rhymey to the untrained.
I think that's right. Well, also every time I've seen a new Sondheim, which I haven't in a long time because like I've known them for so long.
Of course.
But
The new ones
the
are not
first
as-
time.
I
well,
listened to that new
yeah.
one. I listened to that new one and I was like,
Oh, actually, haven't heard any. What
I
is
mean,
it?
the one that
this
was
is now
unfinished.
here.
yeah, but even the parts that was finished, unfinish it.
Here we are. What was it called? Here is us.
Now, or-
Yeah, it was like
I
it
missed
was a
it.
little preachy. It was like rich people are destroying the world.
It wasn't
Oh.
finished.
Yeah, but it was. I'm just saying it was one of those. It's one of those where towards the end it was like you think about art and how you don't make your greatest works and you go, what changed?
Yeah.
Why can't we be pumping out?
But some
another
people do. I
Fonz?
mean, David Bowie's last album, he like came out and 2 days later he died, and it's so good. And
But what age did he die at?
69?
69. Sondheim died at 85.
Is that right?
90
I don't know that.
something,
I don't know.
think.
No.
Did he make it tonight?
Do you see when Sondheim died?
This is so.
That's one of the.
invaluable.
It's one of the. I have this.
It was at least
heartbreak
90.
of like I wanted to. Not that I was pursuing the path to meet him, but it was like one of those when he died. I was like, oh, I really.
Into the Woods, the one that I did, was the first Sondheim production that was happening after his death.
Yeah.
So Company was already out. Was already
91.
happening.
91.
Oh my God. No, every time that there's a documentary about him, I just eat it up like a crazy person. But it's true. Every time that I would hear a Sondheim lyric for the first time, because again, visual learner, not auditory, I would go like, but I have to read the lyrics and then I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I need it like once or twice.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, when I was
can't
in
do
high
it.
school, I was listening the first time with the libretto.
With the little
in my
thing, the
room.
CD slip.
So
Yes.
I know that you're obviously a huge musical theater person. You both are.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you consume new when there's an album that comes out and you haven't seen the show, do you like to consume it that way, or do you want to go see the show?
I think sadly it's been a long time for me. There was something that I wish I could capture again, the feeling of being in middle school and high school and being so into theater.
Yeah.
Because for me it's been, not to say that
it's
there's...
also work. It's different.
Yeah, it's different now. But I do think...
Now you're like, I should have gotten this.
I'm never really listening before I go. It would... There's rare cases where I've seen it and been like, whoa, I want to listen to that. But it doesn't happen as often.
Now I need to see it for a new piece. Like I've tried. I tried. First of all, I don't love a lot of the new direction of musical. I mean, once in a while I like it, but sometimes it either feels like an homage to an older version of musical theater, and it's not quite authentic, or it's pop, and I just don't love pop.
I don't run to pop.
Yeah.
So I need to see it. It's also the thing where like now when I listen to a new musical, I'm listening to it as I'm working and on the go. And like when I see it, I have to. I need those visual connectors. I always think one of the reasons it's so hard to enjoy new music is like I used to watch music videos.
Yes.
And if I watch a music video, it like opens up synapses in my brain to enjoy the music more.
Yes.
And I think
because there's also a story present all of a sudden.
Well, that's the thing. I need a story, or I get
Me too.
bored.
No, I know. I can't engage.
Yeah.
I really can't engage. To the
And
point
that's
where
like-
other friends of mine are like, "Oh, this song that's like boopity boop bop
Well,
boppity bop,"
well, that's
and I'm
like
like,
with
"When do
so
you have
much-
time to listen to music?"
I
That's what
love
don't understand.
good pop music,
Sure.
but I feel like sometimes so much of the pop that people are like going crazy for, you're like, how do you listen to that over and over again? It's so a song we've heard before, not even in like how it sounds, but in the story of it. You're like, or like the same pop star. Every pop album has to be about breaking up, and you're like, oh my god, we need
Welcome
some
back
new
to
life.
three men in their 50s talking about how bad contemporary music is.
Yeah.
Okay, so being
we got to make this more sexy.
being
Okay.
a puppeteer,
Yeah.
I want to hear like what's the worst part that you've ever had to be? You had to be either one of the fucking arms or one of the legs. What's the most like physically?
Oh, if you're ever operating the legs of something, it's an absolute nightmare. But you will have a big butt by the end of it because you're in a deep squat every day.
And you mean like you're the bottom half of a horse? Is that one?
Well, sure. There's I do a lot of bunraku, which is a type of Japanese puppetry where basically it's three people on one body. So it'll be one person, one hand is on the head and one arm, another person's on the torso and another arm, and the bottom person is sort of crouched between them, grabbing the ankles of the thing.
Can you pull that up, Ty? I want to see this.
Buraku.
Where
Can I
do you
spell?
put this up? Where
do
are
you
they
mean?
going to see this show?
Well, no. It's bunraku is a style of puppetry. It's like marionette.
Oh.
It's like marionette or sock puppet.
Shut up, Russ.
So there's lots of images of like different versions of it. Even if you type in like American bunraku,
Here,
you'll find something.
Walk me through it. The spelling of it.
B-U-R.
Not bukkake, Ty.
Wait, now I can't spell. B-U-N-R-A-K-U.
P-U-N.
Yeah, bunraku.
Puppet. Yeah.
Puppet. So it is a traditional like Japanese form. There's a movie called bunraku that I don't think has anything to do with a puppet.
No.
But basically, the Tin Man was bunraku.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a method of how you approach it. So it's basically there's usually 3 to sometimes 5 people huddled around the character. That's how we played Rocky. It was basically like this, where it's just people basically putting their hands on the object as opposed to using rods or strings or mechanisms. You're basically as
Is there,
close
like, a
as you
handle?
can. Sometimes, yeah.
And so if you're in the bottom, you have to get low.
You can't even see the person on the legs in most of these because they are truly like in a pooping in the woods squat. And now, take a second with that. And then truly just like grabbing either the calves or the ankles and operating it. But the wild thing is that usually in that sort of dynamic where there's 3 people, and you've rehearsed it quite a bunch, but there's always going to be a little bit of playful improv. There's always going to be something that's a little loose. So you actually end up working out breath cues that communicate to each other when something has gone wrong or when whatever. But usually the person on the legs can't hear the cues because they're so far away. So they're usually the most frustrated one and being like, I'm being drug around and I don't know what's going on. And it's usually like that's usually the meltdown position I have found.
I feel like, do you feel like puppeteers are more jacked than people would think? We had Jonathan Lyons on the show, who you know as well,
I love Jono. Well,
who's been doing
both of them.
the
rat thing.
Yeah.
the rat thing, but
Yeah.
also Audrey 2 in Little
Yeah, he's
Shop
been
of
working on
Horrors.
that.
And I feel like Audrey 2s are like usually very fit.
I mean, from Warhorse on, people were coming out of those shows like because they were like lifting steel boats over their heads, and it's like it's a horse.
Yeah.
Did you want to go back to your middle school bullies and be like, yeah, now I got these arms?
No.
I didn't feel like all these puppeteers suddenly are just jacked.
Well, it's usually because you you work on the job. You're getting the most I've ever gotten is like a little bit of like forearm sinew and a little bit of like that.
You ever get a weird one where sometimes I saw one guy where he only works out one arm.
Nightmare.
And he's crazy, but I just feel like there's got to be some puppeteering track where you go, oh my God, I only work my right side.
It depends on the show, but usually when I'm on the outside designing that kind of stuff, I'm usually trying to convince the production to like let puppeteers switch tracks over the week.
Yeah.
So that they
they're
don't.
not tiring out one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And usually it's never impossible, but it sometimes is challenging to go like, we need PT for these people. Like we really need to bake that in the schedule or the budget. And usually they're like, but for what? You're like, it's not magic.
Big Bird's like this.
Yep.
And
truly.
that's got to destroy your body.
He was like this and he was also craned chin to his belly because there was a monitor that he was so the camera what the camera could see was there. So he was like this, like literally chin on his chest, and then trying to do like I'm a sweet bird. That was
he was doing the voice too.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. So that's kind of part of the thing. Usually the person on the head is doing the voice.
So there are a lot of injuries in the puppeteering world, or just
it's really physical. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they show like old muscle builders like when they're 80 and they're like truly like this. It's like that's Big Bird.
I've never met like a muscular. People go to the gym, but I've never met like a puppeteer that is inherently muscular. They're usually just sort of like lithe. They're a little more like the bendy movement.
Yeah.
Kid. Not like me. But no, I don't know. I mean, the hardest part of the job is sometimes just trying to get everybody to sort of rally behind this thing that they've decided to put inside their show, which is usually an elaborate puppet. Like, Hail Mary was a really interesting example because yes, I was hired to puppeteer on set, and eventually I got to do the voice, but most of my day-to-day job was more like a coordinator. Like I was in every production meeting sitting with the production designer and the prop designer and the creature effects folks because I had to prepare for next week's scenes, and in order for us to do a scene, we had to cut very bespoke holes in the floor for all the puppeteers to be coming out of. So we would basically have to block in advance, which is fine, but I think, there was such a loose improvisational freedom that it was a little like I was the loser that was going like we have to pick something in order for us to be ready for the next day's scenes. Does that make any sense? I'm saying?
It does. Can you talk about, because you're crafting one performance but with multiple people, just the how often, because I feel like that's like a whole of the thing of like you're trying to one performance but 3 or 4 of you have to be on the same page. How often is there like puppeteer fights of like,
oh my God, you guys are so sweet,
or power moves to be like I don't know.
It's a great question. You're
the voice. You're like, why is Rocky's arm moving so fucking dumb?
Someone comes in with real choices, physical choices that you don't agree with.
No, it was honestly, it was never that on that, which was so amazing. I mean, truly, that this is not interesting. If we're trying to find something fun,
I know. We'll get
you know what I mean. You'll get it. Okay, great. But
we go further back in projects where people can be more honest. But
good call. Good call. But no. What was I actually there? There's those scenes early in where Rocky doesn't have my voice yet, and he's speaking in whale song. Mm-hmm. And there's that moment when he's tapping at the glass and trying to get Grace to turn around, and he hasn't figured out that I left him a present on the wall, and we shot that scene so long. But basically, I told the sound guy, "Can we just cut my mic?" Please, because I basically will say all of Rocky's inner monologue here for my puppeteers to know what we're doing. I see. My vocalization was basically like the marshalling around all of their instinct. But we also had, 2 months, maybe more, to kind of get on the same page so we could improvise together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but the crazy thing was I was improvising with Ryan. Whatever he was throwing my way, I would try to do something with it, but they had to improvise with whatever I was doing. So, I think they had the harder job, honestly, because their stuff was way more technical. I mean, honestly, he was so rigid. He was like the Tin Man, where he would just get caught on himself, and we would just go like, "Hold, please!" Like it was just, Yeah, trying to give you something interesting. I don't think I got it for you.
I liked finally at the end of the movie where finally Ryan did something that, like, so much of it was Rocky adapting for Ryan's sake, like doing his moves, and then finally at the end I was like, yeah, thank God he finally did one one of Rocky's moves. I was like,
Thank you.
about time you fucking learn his goddamn language. Everything has been for you.
I know.
The human audience.
Believe me, I was feeling the same way, but mostly from like a protective of my character place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was a lot. I think even I had a phone call. We did an audition with a chemistry read with Ryan. I got the part that afternoon, which is really crazy. And I got a phone call from the directors. That was great. And then I get a call from an unknown number. And it's like, hi, this is Ryan. And we just had a lovely chat.
That's so nice.
So sweet. It was the coolest thing. We talked about a bunch of stuff and things that he was excited about and what I was excited about. And at some point I kind of went on again, like the Tom Hanks thing, I went on like a weird tangent.
Hey, I loved you in Lovely Bones.
I love when you gain all that weight for Lovely Bones and you got fired, Ryan.
He did talk about that, actually. It was crazy.
I love that story.
It's crazy.
So funny.
He's
he
spoken
was
it recently.
almost supposed to be the Joker in Suicide Squad. He was supposed to be the Joker.
Really?
And I think he sort of didn't want to.
That's
he
good.
basically... Anyway.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It was
the
fascinating.
director, who was it Peter Jackson?
Yeah.
Yes.
He recently talked about it. He kind of quibbled that it was like, oh, it was just the wrong casting. He didn't go like,
Yeah.
he showed up. We were like, what is this?
It's also like, be a middle America dad. It's fine. The choice doesn't not make sense to me. Do you know what I mean? It's also exactly what you were talking about.
As it's presented,
Yes, he should have done it for this fucking movie. I go, okay, I see why you joined the space.
as it's presented, though, it's very funny that there was just no communication about it and just showing up. Like, I've just been pounding ice cream at like 6 a.m. every morning.
At this moment, like, buddy, you know why we hired you? Because you're beautiful, you're stunning, you're in the best shape of your life.
So funny.
Oh man.
Yes.
So talk to me about like the puppeting community. Is it so small that it's like is
You know,
I'm
both
seeing all
puppeteers that
both
we
the
know.
crazies in your eyes going, tell me the thing where it got really weird.
like okay?
Yeah.
Here's an
Yeah.
example. In the we've had some magicians on.
Okay.
They're tough guests because they kind of like. They don't ever want to be a fool. Like, at least the ones... It's kind of like they want to keep that coolness of being a magician.
Yeah, it's tricky.
But we have cut... I cannot tell
It's
you
a
the number of
challenging
segments we have
hangout.
had to cut out about David Copperfield. Because
How
it's
often does
like-
that come up?
I bring it up every time.
Okay.
And because he's so powerful, the community's so small, he's so litigious.
Really?
And so I'm like curious, like I feel like the Jim Henson estate is
Sure.
like what I would think of as like so big in the. I imagine every movie goes to the Jim Henson estate when they want to do puppets.
I don't know. I mean, I think. I have a little bit of a working relationship with Cheryl Henson because she runs the foundation.
Yeah.
And she basically is like, it's so cool. She's basically finding like young, weird artists that are trying to make something bizarre in a basement and just gets them money to do it. And you go, cool, we need more weird. Thank you. But
is his legacy of like his artistic version of what a puppet is so powerful it can be tough to like overcome?
100%. Because in a funny way, if I'm doing like, I hate to say it, but like slightly more serious work, then it can take longer for the audience to get on board. So, because I think in this country, we associate puppetry with childhood. And like every other country in the world, truly like puppetry in Europe is usually like some really dark material and like dynamic, strange, like everybody's naked and nobody's wearing shoes. Like it's super weird. It's a space for, I have found that the folks that work in puppetry are usually introverted, crafters that really like are sort of dogged in their pursuits of like trying to make this thing. They're like weird alchemist inventors. And at a certain point I just sort of leaned into it and went, yeah, I guess I'm a sorcerer. But I think it's largely like a bunch of like funny, odd, quiet weirdos who just want to dance with you, and then you just find them. But what's funny is, of course, there'll be gigs where it's like, why wasn't I brought in for that?
Yeah.
I'll say it. I just saw Rocky Horror on Broadway, which I loved.
Yes, which you did a version of when you were younger.
Oh my God, way to pay attention to that. In college, I did I don't think it was officially licensed, but it was the Rocky Horror puppet show. And it was my first time working in big scale, and I was like, 20, 21,
Yeah.
20? And we did like 14-foot tall, like fishnet legs that did the time warp.
Wow.
I played Rocky in it. So this is the second time I've played a puppet named Rocky.
Wow.
And we did like a 10-foot gold naked like puppet man.
Yeah.
And it was a fun experience, and I learned a lot about like what not to do about building stuff. But where was I?
You just saw the Broadway.
Rocky Horror Show was amazing, and I loved it. And I've worked with some of that team before, and I was so. And also, I loved that the show was about. Maybe for the first time, any production I've seen of it, it felt like it was the first time it was about being a freak and a weirdo, as opposed to like kind of replicating some energy from the film. Mm-hmm. Like it just when you see it, maybe.
I have tickets. I'm seeing a matinee. Gonna do shrooms before. I got a plan.
You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
Also, I thought Luke Evans was dope. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
and also, it's like, but I don't know if you guys would feel this way because it's not about spectacular vocalists. It's about like actors that are singing in character. Yeah. And some people have very like, that's not Broadway, and you're like, I don't care. Like,
yeah. No, I like it that way.
I want to feel
like
the character
because then maybe I can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go back to actors who can kind of hold a tune.
Who can kind of sing rather
Juliette
than
Lewis
singers
has like nothing to do in that show, and every second you're like, come back. Like she's just so interesting.
Also, we got plenty of shows with singers who can't really act. You know, we're good on that front. Okay,
Yeah.
let's prioritize.
As long as we get closer to the comedian who can neither sing nor act. That is the direction I'd like to take Broadway.
That's
Catch
so
me in
funny.
Celebrity Memoirs soon. Fingers crossed. But you're saying why didn't they hire
I brought that because
why didn't they hire
there's
you?
a small puppet moment in the show.
you're too good a
Our
singer.
chance to do it to him. But
Thank
why
you.
you lost
You're
out
still
on that
doing
job?
it. It just feels like there should be flowers behind you and do a soft Barbara Walters focus. So have you've seen that Kate Hepburn interview where she goes, "Do you even own a dress?" And she goes, "I have one. I'll wear it to your funeral."
Oh my God!
Oh, can you pull that up?
Life-changing.
I want to see that.
Life-changing. You just go, yeah. Have you seen, now we're just wasting time. There's a Kate Hepburn interview on the Dick Cavett show, this like interviewer from the 70s. He had a late night show, and she basically said, "I don't want to do your show, but I'll come in for a dress rehearsal." And you're like, what? So she basically, they filmed it, and she basically like sits on the set and goes, this carpet is the wrong color. Yeah. And she just like bosses everybody around and makes them move the furniture around. It's not comfortable. I can't put my foot on it. Like, it goes on for so long. It's crazy. And I love every second.
And they aired it.
I think it was one of those like in a box set of like, shh, don't talk about it, but now it's released because after she passed.
A character I had never seen. I watched the Martin Short documentary. And
I haven't seen it yet.
He had a really funny character that I'd never seen, which was like lifestyles of the related to the celebrities or something. So it was like he was playing a hot dog vendor who was like a cousin of Katharine Hepburn, but he had the voice.
Oh my God!
And it was a really funny bit, just doing that voice, but as a hot dog vendor.
Do you have a tie?
So what I found so far is her with Barbara Walters in 1981.
That has to be it.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
But yeah, it has to be the
27
That's
seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah,
has to be it.
let's watch that.
Fingers crossed works.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Man, I didn't a few. Well, I've just done what I damn well wanted to, and I made enough money to support myself, and I ain't afraid of being alone.
Is that why also you wear pants?
No, I just wear pants because they're comfortable.
Do you ever wear a skirt, by the way?
I have one.
You have one.
Wear it to your funeral. You wear it to my
Man, that's
is
good.
Really
man,
funny.
she had it locked.
Yeah.
She's had it ready to go. Because the first line is so not a setup. I've won.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. We could talk about Kate Hepburn for the rest of the pod.
Yeah.
Let's be careful. Long story short, there's a puppet moment in the show, and by the way, it's a very simple moment. They didn't need me, but I did sit there going, "What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I could have been here. I was available. What's wrong with you people?" But things like that happen. But truthfully, Basil Twist, Michael Curry, these are other people that work in that arena that spend more time in the designing field like I do.
Yeah.
And whenever we knock into each other, it's always like the love. It's genuinely. I'm also not a competitive person inherently. I think there's a sense of competition in our industry, full stop, generally.
Yeah, I get that.
And I'm just because we're doing something so I'm doing something so inherently weird, and like most of the time it's hard for me to describe what I'm doing to other people.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, it's like
it's easy
whenever
to
I
be
bump,
competitive when you just start opposite Ryan Gosling in a movie, though. You know.
Yeah, that's what I say.
My last like audition that I like before I like was like fuck this shit. It Is It Hand to God?
Oh, talk about it.
So I had auditioned.
I was supposed to build the original sock puppet, and I wasn't available.
Oh, really?
That sock could have been mine.
Wow.
It went to a prop person. That's fine.
Yeah, we tried to find this puppet because I had
Who's
a
we?
puppet made. Olivia.
What do you mean?
She was busy booking Death of a Salesman tickets and couldn't find the puppet.
I know. You asked me to bring a
Drag
puppet.
Olivia.
Olivia's fantastic. I go,
Drag
hey,
Olivia.
you find a puppet from 10 years ago? So
you built it, or somebody else did?
somebody else built it. I wish I remember her name because I'm sure. I just
Yeah,
imagine.
we're
It was a long time ago,
Yeah.
and it was for.
Was it for the Broadway moment? It happened?
No, it was a regional production at the Arena Theater in DC,
Yeah.
but it was like one of the first like regionals, and it was just like a brilliant play. I'd been doing
It's a great show.
so much bad theater, and it was like this play is so good.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those when I got it, I was like, oh, I'll do everything.
Yeah.
This was my actor days, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I was.
Do you not identify as such anymore?
No, I mean,
Forgive
if
me for
someone's
not knowing the
casting,
bio.
no,
Yeah,
someone's casting for sure. I just
No,
no.
I know.
I mean, I just think I'm a comedian. I feel very happy with that.
Yeah.
That is like a signifier. But I was so into it that this was back when I was like, I'm going to talk with this puppet for a couple hours every day.
Oh, I
to
see.
like really, and it would have.
Why didn't you call me? Because we would have already met at that point.
But here's why. Here's why. Because I went back for the callback and it was great.
Yeah, sure.
I worked the shit out of this.
Yeah.
And I'd like check in, hey, how's it going? And they
Yeah.
were like, they said you're too tall. And it was one of those where I said, well, fuck this.
Was it
shit
the understudy
forever.
track, or was it to play the part?
It was to play the part.
Got it.
And it was like, it felt good. It felt right for the things that and they said you're too tall, and I kind of knew it. I was like, I am pretty tall for this role.
Yeah.
Also, like, who
Is that because of the show or because of like the theater?
He's in high school or
the theater's not big enough for.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
gonna look silly
Yeah,
on
arena
stage.
stage famously
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows that. Not the case.
And it could have been, who knows, that could have been what they said. But it was just one of those where I was like, oh, well, then why the fuck did I build this fucking puppet and practice? And I had a session with the woman who built the puppet.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck it, never mind. I'm becoming a stand-up
They
comedian.
asked me, because, I had a couple of meetings with Phil and Chris before, just like as a human, to like see if we vibed, the directors of the movie. And then the casting people, who I love very much, and they're very funny, they did go, do you have a 5-legged alien puppet you could bring? It's like, what? What are you talking? Like, it's not the beginning of Clueless where I have like a Rolodex of.
It's like a Friday afternoon before a Monday.
That's
meeting,
exactly
too.
right.
Hey, do you have?
Yeah.
Can you bring this Sunday?
So I had to make something for it, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, it's fine, but
Yeah.
it's garbage.
Yeah.
It's a garbage thing. But Ryan signed it at the end, so I have it.
Oh,
It's
that's
nice.
cool.
The end. That's a good story, right?
Go
really good
go
Thank
to
you.
we have this picture of you as a kid.
Oh, God.
Working the puppets. I just want to know what kind of kid you were.
A picture of me. Oh, holy hell!
James's
Puppet theater.
Why don't I ask you guys
Ooh,
what kind
theater
of
with an
what-
R-E.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
serious.
That's
you
Now,
were a
who
serious
built
theater
this
actor.
box? Your dad? Or
My
mom?
dad built
Yeah?
this, and my mom put the letters on. She's my father was they're both retired. I'm using past tense because they are both retired. But my father was a salesman, and my mother was an English teacher, so she was very pedantic about spelling
Sure.
and all of that. So I think that's probably what that is. You tell me what kind of kid you think that is.
I mean, well, one with very supportive parents.
Very
That's
supportive.
for damn sure.
Very, very
and you're the
supportive.
youngest, and so they
And the
still
baby.
have the time.
That's exactly
Youngest of
it.
3.
Yeah, but also it helps that all my siblings and I were 5 years apart. So what that really means is when I can only imagine I'm probably in like first grade here. And I think there's a fish tank in my room, which is curious because why would I'm not the one to leave with the pet.
Yeah.
But that would mean that my eldest brother was graduating high school when I was leaving kindergarten. So like it just meant that there was like less kids in the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you
So
ever
that
have,
helped.
because I had a fish tank, do you ever have a fish, you go, where's the fish go? And it jumped out of the tank.
What?
No.
Yeah, they can jump out
No,
of the
but
tank.
I told you the story about my hamster.
What?
Say it again.
My hamster.
What was this hamster's names? Let's
No,
not dead name them.
No, remember. No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no, remember.
No, remember.
Talk like you.
He
Russell.
suddenly turns to a little
no,
kid.
remember.
Yeah.
No, talk
No,
like
you also
Rocky.
did.
Remember hamster, bye-bye.
Russell, no, remember. I don't remember. But we didn't have hamsters for long. It was like a 6-month.
Well,
period.
it sounds like it, yeah.
And what happened was I like had a friend over, or it was my brother, and we were like, we're gonna sleep down in the living room, and on like a weekend, and we had our like sleeping bags, and I remember waking up, and opened my eyes, and a dead hamster is on my pillow right in front of me with the cat sitting there proudly. So the hamster got out, the cat killed it and brought it to me.
I thought the story...
and left it on my pillow. And so I like woke up and the cat was so proud.
That's
the
how
cat
it goes.
was like,
yeah. Well, they
"Look
finally
at
did
this."
the thing that they're supposed to do,
Yeah.
which is maim and murder and hunt.
Did you scream and cry?
No, you know, I remember thinking like
I'm still waiting.
I
to
remember
cry.
it was upsetting and I didn't like it and I didn't deal with it. I didn't pick it up. But I remember also being like, I'm not going to do hamsters anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like that's probably for the best. I wasn't getting much out of the relationship with a hamster.
I understand that.
So
okay,
yeah.
what
So
are
that's
these
a
puppets?
picture of
Is
me.
that Eeyore?
No, I think because I had a little puppet theater. My father built this. I think this is actually an old. You know, there's always like one door in the apartment that like it's in the way, so you take it off the hinges.
Yeah.
I think that's what that
We
is.
have whatever was here is.
Yeah,
over there.
sure.
Maybe we'll make a puppet theater.
yeah.
I was telling Russell this was the color of my apartment in Queens years ago. It was truly and matte, same thing. So that's going to be important. No, I believe these are just stuffies that I was wiggling because I craved attention. The other pictures that you probably don't have access to are me at this age running around the house like the Wicked Witch of the West because she was the character that I identified with the most.
What do you think it was about her? Because she is the villain. I mean, she really is the villain.
Well, she's the one. First of all, like I don't identify with Dorothy. Like, what are you talking about? I don't care. But there was something about this lady who, first of all, had very valid expressions of anger. First of all, could fly on a broom, looked really cool. Fireballs. We forget that she could throw fireballs.
Yeah.
That's true.
Great entrances, great exits every time.
Yeah.
There's a theatricality that it was really important for me.
And her sister was killed.
Sister was killed. Everything. She's the next of kin. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
But
And
I
did your
think
parents get what what kind of kid they had?
I don't think they. My father told me much later that like, yeah, I knew you were gay, and my mother was like, I had no idea, and she would made me the Wicked
I thought you
Witch
were talking
outfit.
about puppeteer. Yeah, I knew you were going to be a
Yeah,
puppeteer.
no. Which sometimes it goes hand in hand. Yeah. Little oddball queeros.
Your older brothers, are they more like dudes?
They are more duty. Yeah, my eldest brother is more like. We all have kind of our own thing that we're very interested in. So eldest is very like a car head. Middle brother was very into sports and now has moved as a great like businessman. And I'm the like, and I'm Doonies, like just like the wacky artist one.
And did your dad go, oh cool? Like, was there ever a moment where they were like, pick up that fucking ball?
No, they would
throw their own balls. You start juggling them.
They would. If I could juggle, then I think it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
I would have been extra annoying. No, there was definitely a lot of just throw the ball, and you go, I'm very for what? I
and
also
you're like,
was
fireball.
For what?
Wicked Witch fireball.
That's honestly it. Yeah. No, really, it was so like even now I don't understand the
So you put it on
sports
hair,
at all.
long hair.
Yeah, of course. What
Yeah.
do you think if I want to be the Wicked Witch, do you think I'm halfway doing it?
I was big
I'm
into-
putting on nails. I'm doing the whole thing.
Yeah, I was big into being villains when I was a kid. I was Captain Hook a lot, like
Really?
with like a wig and the hook and like.
Yeah.
I remember I thought it was fun. That was like.
Well, I mean, I was actually. This is so funny. I got brought up in another thing I was doing the other day, but from a very early age, I find that villains are the characters that are the first example of like a complex character that's doing something that isn't blandly good.
Yes.
Like they're just
sort
of.
They're allowed to be a little outrageous or a lot outrageous.
And if you're a little weirdo who doesn't fully like know get the joke around you, you're sort of like, I think them. Like that makes sense
For
to
sure.
me.
It's
Like
flashy.
Sebastian makes more sense than Ariel to
And
me.
in Disney, they were queer coded
Yeah.
in so many
100%.
ways.
Sure.
Mateo Lane has a good bit of, but I don't know if it was because they
Oh
were
my
like,
God, I
look,
love him.
they're evil. Like I don't know if it was like
No.
sinister, like that
No.
was the intention
No,
of
they're-
Disney.
Well, it's also still it was kids material, so you do kind of like they're not gonna
like Scar
perform a
is so
genocide.
sassy. I
I
did
know.
like Scar.
Did you? Was that the one for you?
No, I don't know if that was the one for me. I'm trying to think. I'm probably such a narcissist. I still was like
Me.
I'm Simba,
That's great.
but I did like Scar. So when I think back, I'm like Scar's like.
Well, yeah, of course. Also, there's that whole thing. Do you know there's an amazing docu-series called Queer for Fear. It's
don't know
on
that
like
one.
Shudder. It's like 3. It's also like if you have the time around the Halloween season, it's a good hang. And if you're a cinephile dork, But it's basically about queer representation in horror stories and the long history of it. And during the Hays Code, was basically this whole thing. We're like, sure, you could have queer characters in a movie, but they must be punished at the end. So that's became the structure of like Hans Gruber falling out of a window. Like that just became how we told those stories. There's an amazingly bad movie called Dracula's Daughter. I'm so glad we're talking about this. 1930 something. It's a sequel to Bela Lugosi's Dracula. It doesn't work, but it's truly about like a sexy Marlene Dietrich vampire lady. But they didn't let her bite anybody because they were like, it's not very feminine. So she wanders around the movie going, I don't want to be a vampire. And she finds some dude to go like, all right, Judith, whatever your name is, you're not going to be a stop it. Like we just kind of like play that endlessly. And then we cut to her like inviting a lady to her boudoir going like, I'd like to sketch you, please. And it's like, they were roommates. It's very that. But at the end of the movie, and by the way, she's done nothing the entire film. No blood, no turning into a bat, no nothing. We don't even see Dracula. At the end, she gets shot in the heart with an arrow because she was kind of queer.
Yeah.
And you go, do you have questions? Like, what? Trauma in cinema.
Like, is it because you got the vampire?
Trauma.
Oh, they're a vampire.
Yeah.
I just thought they were a big old lesbian.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I felt when I watched Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where I was like, by the reasoning, it's different than his other one about Nazis because in the
It
one
is
Nazis,
different in a
you're
variety of
like,
ways.
those are well, in the thing you watch. Spoiler alerts for everything. You watch them kill Hitler, and you're like, yeah, because Hitler was doing those things at the time. But in this version, the thing that he did, they kill those people before they do it.
Yeah.
So you're like, they are the monsters. Like they're setting these people on fire. Like these people haven't done anything yet.
It's a little Minority Report.
They haven't done anything.
Yeah.
And the theater's like, fuck that bitch, set her on fucking fire.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You know? So it's a little like that.
That's
the
interesting.
punishment.
That's the liberal mindset. Wait till they do the crime and then you can get them.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, famous liberal Quentin Tarantino. Famous.
Before we go into this guy's stuff, I guess just tell me. So you, just this thing about, I mean, you're the frustration of in America puppeteering is viewed like. Speak of another like thing people always talked about puppets. I'm sure that you got all the time was Avenue Q.
Yeah,
and like these sales pitch was like they have sex. The puppets have sex, and it was exciting when I saw it as a kid. It was like as a teenager, I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, of course.
But do you feel like
did any
Europe,
producer ever ask me to have a puppet sex scene?
well, like when you look at Europe, like, do you go, "Oh, I want to use puppeteering to tell these more"? Like, have you ever done puppet sex?
Have I? I think I must have
On
at some
stage or
point.
off?
Yeah, well, that's
Sure, of
let's
course.
turn off the
Of
camera.
course.
But no, I actually don't think. I don't think I've done a puppet sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer, right? No, I don't think so. And also, it's never come up because I'm not. What's interesting is that there's never sort of like a bunch of producers sitting around going, "How can we make this idea great?" Because usually I'm making a wacky idea, and I went, "This is it." And then we figure it out.
Yeah.
What a crazy thing to say. But it's not usually like, you know what sells? Felty Muppets doing it.
Yeah.
I was
because
curious
I would argue
love.
that
I was curious how Rocky made love. It seems that he.
it's in the
he
book. It's described
it
in the
is?
book. Yeah.
Is it like those birds? What is it called? Where everything's one hole? Coakia?
I don't know about
What's
that bird.
called?
No, it's a cloaca.
Cloaca. It's like
I love that you have a mic. That's great.
It's everything.
He does have one orifice.
He does have
and
one orifice.
I don't remember the mating process, but it's more like fish. It's more like because they're both Rocky and Adrian are hermaphroditic, so they both are. There actually there is no gender to that species, which is a whole conversation that we don't have. It's just too much, and somebody will get mad. But
very funny if Ryan Gosling's character was really conservative, and he was like, "No, which one's the man?
No, which one? Which one are you?
Yeah, yes. But there's a whole thing.
Was that part of the improv? And they're like, "No, we got to cut these."
No, I was like, wouldn't it be fun if we kind of did the thing? And everybody was like, it's kind of confusing. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Great, it's okay.
We want this to play for all Americans.
And mostly
we don't
not.
want to make this political.
And mostly not. No one actually really cared. But there's something, it's more like a fish thing where like, I believe, God, all the people that love the book will have something to say in the comments, but it is something to the tune of like somebody deposits eggs, somebody else makes it happen, somebody else. But it's like, I think you trade positions, you trade roles throughout the birthing process.
Oh, like
I think
seahorse.
that's it. I think it's like that.
Yeah.
And actually people have been drawing I've been seeing a lot of lovely fan art, and it's very, very sweet. And a lot of people have been drawing Adrian, Rocky's mate, and she is usually 5 times bigger than him, which I find amazing. Yeah. The fan art.
And they both have the same like motion for that. They're both. That's like, I know that one. Oh my God.
Yeah. It all comes back. That's great. No, it's all really special.
Yeah,
So he's a sweet boy. What a sweet, lovely boy that had a whole complicated life ahead of him.
Let's go on to our next segment. This has got to stop.
Okay.
This has got to stop.
If you join the Patreon, you get to submit your own This Has Got to Stop. Join the Patreon, guys. 4 bonus episodes every month. Me and Russell, and also some special episodes where it's just Russell and a guest, and you get to hear a whole different side. Ryan, Ty, what is our patron submitted This Has Got to Stop?
Ryan, brutal.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling over there.
I was thinking of Ryan. Ty.
I'm going to find a compliment in that. Will T says, this has got to stop. The idea that you have to love your job, and if you don't, you are...
Wait, we already did
this
that
one.
one.
Why is it highlighted and not deleted? What is happening around
All right,
here?
find it.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I do have one. Okay, so I have 2 that are pretty much the same. Can we do 2, knock 2 out?
Yeah.
They're pretty much like the same one.
Just tell us.
Okay, Ryan. Sarah has, this has got to stop. When you decline to match with someone on one dating app and then they message you on the other apps as though maybe you not messaging them was not some overlooked mistake.
Yeah.
And then Jer K says, this has got to stop. Someone matching with your dating profile, then not responding when you say hello. It's like you matched with me.
Well, let me answer with that second one. What you got to do is you got to find them on a different dating app. Now, let me answer the first one.
Yeah.
You're right. That's terrible behavior.
That's terrible.
I didn't follow the first one. What was happening? If you did what?
If you didn't match on one site on one app, why are you?
Oh, not on the other one. You didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because probably nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, that's the thought.
That's just guys just swiping, not paying attention. They
Got
don't
it.
know that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't. Is my thought.
You're defending the person?
No, I'm. Maybe they do. Maybe they do know.
The second person's right. It's annoying, but that is dating apps. I don't know how you guys use this. I tried it once. It never, ever worked. I went on 2 OkCupid dates. I never used the apps beyond that. You met your wife on the app.
I did.
It
Which
works
one?
different
Which
for
one?
different people.
Tinder.
The current one.
2015.
The current one?
His wife.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm back. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Tinder. 2015 Tinder.
I don't.
back.
I just don't. I think Grindr seems great. Grindr seems to meet the. Yeah. The stories from it sound a lot more exciting than the no message back stories.
That's right. That's right. I think that's right.
I was saying Grindr seems to meet the moment more than my experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bumble was frustrating. I think it's different now, but in the beginning it was the woman had to start the conversation if there was a match. And there was a feeling of like, I don't understand. I'm getting matches and then no first message.
Yeah.
I keep getting rid of this app.
Wait, did I ever tell you when I was on Tinder for, it was only like 3 months. One time I had a message that said, this is what it said. All right, Russell, ... you'll do. And I received it at 2 a.m. and I woke up at 8:30 or 9 a.m. and I was like, oh, and then by the time I tried to respond, and I responded, it was like, boom, it went away. I would have had to have been only available at 2 a.m. and ready to travel wherever.
Did you even have a second of, or were you like, oh my God, you start putting on a suit?
Said, I truly messaged and then like within the hour is like gone. You know what I mean? It was like, no, I'm not in that space anymore.
I would sometimes get like, I haven't been on it in a minute, but I would sometimes get like, loved your work in X, Y, and Z, and you go, I'm busy. Please stop. Did you ever have any of that?
No.
There was no work for them to be a fan of.
There was no
work
work for them to be a fan of.
It was like people being like, love the Woodsman. I'm like, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
I've gotten usually secondhand where people on Hinge, they'll be like looking for someone to watch Gianmarco Soresi clips with, and it is just so funny given how unsuccessful I was on those apps to be used in any way, shape, or form as a form of like bait. Yep. Like, hey, maybe this.
I love that it's bait, just slowly tricking somebody.
Russell, do you have this got to stop?
Yeah, this has got to stop. 6 years on from really coming into and using Zoom, we cannot anymore be like, hey, Matt, you got to take yourself off mute. No. Okay, I have a theory. It's 80 to 90% of the times that you have to say that, these people are the same perpetrators of it, okay? And we have to stop reminding them. This is not just let them go unheard, because it is too late in the game for everyone to always have to still be like, hey, so and so, you gotta. And yes, it happens every so often to you and to everyone. But I gotta say, as someone, it's happening to the same people, and we just got to let them talk into the ether, and then we just never hear what they're saying. Because
how do you respond? You just look blank deadly at the screen?
And then, I'm sorry, whatever, we're going to miss it. We're just going to miss it, because there has to be a thing. We can't play the game anymore of being like, hey, Matt, you got to take yourself off mute, because I can't hear that phrase anymore. And it's just, there's got to be, you got to like be present and be like, oh, yeah, oh, here I talk. Here, click, talk. Click, talk. Like, just do it, because it's too late. It's too late. We're gonna have Zooms forever, and if you're not remembering to unmute, it's too late. You gotta work at it.
Zoom could do a better job. Like, your whole screen could have it's a little icon in the corner.
Yeah, this is someone who's not remembering and is on his phone and doing other things.
Sure.
And not being present.
That is true.
It also does highlight the screen when you talk.
Yes, it does. It highlights the screen.
Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you. This gotta stop. Sorry, it's getting so internet-y, online-y, but that's the world we live in.
Okay.
If Instagram is checking in on my mental well-being, it's too late. I get so many messages, and usually it's from a joke or whatever, where they'll go like, hey, we're worried about you. And I go, who's we're? Mark? Mark directly? Is Mark?
Do you mean like comments you're getting in, or like Instagram itself?
Instagram will send it like an email, or like in the message, like, hey, is everything okay? If you need help, this line is available.
Oh my God.
And to me, it's just like, it's kind of like your heroin dealer being like, hey, remember to make time for yourself.
That's right.
And it's like, you're the one who's doing this to me.
Yeah.
Don't pretend to check in on me.
Yeah.
Because I know you're checking in on me so that when fucking Congress gets Mark Zuckerberg on the stand, he goes, hey, we looked into mental health initiatives. So get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Stop making me feel this way, and don't try to fix it after the fact.
That's good.
I think that's really valid.
They've
I think
never
that all
checked
makes
on
sense.
me, just to say. But
I have never received anything like that, but
They
I think that
bring
says
you
more
like,
about your
"Dad,
content.
Yeah, it's probably time to throw
you
in
should
the
post
towel.
more.
Oh, post more? That's what it is.
Hey, you should probably post your own stuff instead of just reposting the
Yeah.
downside clips. Is there a suggestion for me?
What's mine?
This got to stop?
Yeah, I wrote down a couple because
Go
I
for it.
couldn't remember if I had anything good.
We're on time.
Nope. Well, okay. I think this is really milquetoast, so let's see how this goes. Enough of the serious Batman movies. I'm tired of it. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Listen, there is an inherent sense of camp inside of that material. It's fine. It's fine. Also, can we stop using the word camp to mean bad? Just say you didn't like it.
I see.
Camp is not a bad thing. Camp is it's a wink and a nod. It is the people that made the thing looking at you and going, we're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars is camp. We're having fun, right? It's laser swords.
Star Wars is camp.
Star Wars is camp.
All of it.
Yeah, it's Harrison Ford talking to a brown Muppet.
Yeah.
We're not. It's absurd, and they are taking it seriously. The difference between, I would say, if you didn't like it, I think it's bad. But what the thing is like, everybody's taking it seriously. It can be high stakes. It can be characters that are identifiable in circumstances that don't make any sense. But it's still larger than life. It is still possibly queer-coded. And it is all of those things. Color and vibrancy is not a bad thing. And why is it associated with gay people? I have a bigger problem with that.
Wait, I'm really interested because
And I can go on for too long about Batman.
To believe that, like, when I'm thinking camp, and this is the most campiest end, it's the new RuPaul movie that's coming out.
Absolutely.
Like, to me, that's camp.
very-
That's like on its face. That's camp. The camp.
I think that is completely true. I think great. I'm trying to think of a great example of good camp. I mean,
if Jabba the Hutt was on that train, I'd go, this feels like a
feels odd.
genre.
yeah, this feels like a genre piece.
Jabba the Hutt has like puppets chained to him, and they're scantily clad. You know, it's
Listen,
There's
it's also
something-
because you're wearing green, but this is it.
Well, let me
You want the rest of the
let me see if I can take it to the Batman conversation, because first of all, it's a billionaire in a cave brooding to his butler while wearing latex. That's camp, guys.
Yes.
That's larger than life. It's now, but doesn't mean it doesn't mean, I think we have to sort of break our brains about this, because it doesn't mean that his circumstance is not in some way relatable, is not impassioned or powerful. But guys, all of the villains are people that are just like a middle-aged gay man's themed destination birthday party. Yeah. They're all just like, I have a penguin problem. I have a traumatic response to the cold.
Yeah.
You're just going like, right, it's large, but that doesn't have to mean that it is necessarily bad.
Serious. So
camp, camp is meant to be taken seriously.
What makes this Batman movie serious but not camp?
It's so serious. I mean, it's not having any fun. The thing is, too, is after the Christopher Nolan trilogy,
I know,
you're like, we did it. We did the dark.
And
why
so
are we? We can't go. We can't go any darker.
Well,
we really can't. So
I love the new Superman movie because it was like, it is vibrant, it is playful, but the stakes are still there.
Yeah.
It is fine. Sure, there's some other stuff, but you go like, no, it can still be there. I'm a huge supporter of the Joel Schumacher things, and I've been the Joel Schumacher Batman.
Yeah.
And I have been long sort of like.
This is the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Batman Forever with Tommy Lee and with Jim Carrey. And then also Batman and Robin with.
And by the way,
those are definitely camp.
They are wild. I would actually argue that the Batman Forever one is actually a more together solid film. I think the second one was like, we have to sell toys. We got to sell toys. Go. And there wasn't really much of an effort. And I would think the people that made it actually do agree with this.
Yeah.
There's an amazing thing, because I watched the commentary on those because I'm that person. And Joel Schumacher leaves the Batman and Robin commentary about 40 minutes with 40 minutes of movie left to go. He sort of goes, I said what I needed to say. Because he was like, I just needed to crank out another one 6 months after the other one came out. It was nuts. Yeah. But the first one, anyway.
So you want to expand the definition of camp so that other people can recognize, or to make camp not inherently.
I don't think we have to say it's campy when. I don't think
just saying that when it's when they didn't.
Yeah, you just didn't like it.
They're like, it's very campy.
Well, because I can't relate to the characters. The story doesn't make any sense, and it was too colorful. And you go, well, the last one, there's something else you should unpack inside of that.
Yeah.
But I would argue that if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. That's fine. Don't besmirch my people.
Sure.
It's not really well formed. That's why I was going to complain about some 5 other things that were less interesting.
Yeah, it's just hard. I'm just like, if
are you a Nolan head? Are you like a?
No, and I like camp. There's certain kind of camp I like, and certain kind of camp I could. When I'm thinking traditionally.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, this definition feels so wide. I go, well, then all my manga and anime is it all camp? Then it becomes so unwieldy of a definition.
Sure.
As opposed to like, I like camp. If someone says I like camp.
Let me see if I have better something here.
No, I don't mean to. I'm just curious what the final definition is.
I think that's the unfortunate thing, because it's going to be discussed forever. Which is, I think, why the Met Gala camp thing was so complicated, because everybody was like, "Is it? That's just somebody wearing a pink suit." And you go, Janelle Monáe literally wore a wink and a bunch of hats. And you go, there's a wink and a nod that has to be it has to be that the creators, the writers, the folks involved knew, for me, this is just my opinion, that they in some way knew that this is meant to be, we know that it's silly. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I think, is camp.
Yeah. Sure.
And also, he really wants that bike. He really needs to get home. It is earnest. It can be earnest and also playful. I think that's really what I'm saying is, why can't it be playful?
Yeah.
Why can't we have fun also?
Yeah.
And also, I want to cry.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
it. I went really roundabout to get there.
Good. I like that.
Yeah, good luck. I can't wait for this to be on the cutting room floor. See you then.
No, we don't cut anything.
Let's go to our final segment.
You better count your blessings.
You better count your blessing. This is where we say one thing that we're thankful for, not 5. Jesus. But let me just say real quick, join that Patreon, patreon.com/downside. And do me a favor, I know it's a little bit of homework, but if you're a big fan of the show, go leave us a review on Spotify. If you watch the YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It helps us all. We're growing and moving and shaking, and we could use your help. So join the Patreon, or if not, just do those other free things. Russell, do you have a blessing?
Yeah, Gianmarco, my blessing today is you. Thank you I'm excited to see a show. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm excited to see a show with you. Thank you for getting tickets. And you're a very sweet, generous boy, and I'm excited.
I'm so excited to see it with you.
And I'm excited that you can talk again.
Yes.
Because the last time we went to theater, you couldn't talk, and
I had a voice surgery.
This is
this
is nice now that you can speak.
Yeah, my mini blessing, because I don't want to make everything the voice, but this was my first weekend back of shows. I only did one show a day. Still feel stressed about when I have to go back to 2 shows, but voice made it through.
Yeah.
Voice made it through without getting hoarse, and I think I got 2 weeks kind of off.
Okay.
And then I'm back on the road, and then special taping in July. So feeling good. Thanks to all my doctors. My blessing is I have a great vintage theater shirt collection, and it's like I'm on the road so much. It's a very fun. Like I go to a vintage store. It's a little scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
and it's cool. I have a pretty great collection. Like I could open
Give me a number.
up.
Give me a number of how
100.
Many? Okay, wow.
Different, community theater, old school. And the heartbreak is that you see it's not the right size. I saw one. It was like an Eddie Murphy tour stand up. I'll go tangential to theater sometimes.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy like in 1985 tour, and it was so cool. But it was too small. And now I'm kind of expanding. I'm getting back into like that collector thing that I like, but in a way that feels not crazy and something overpriced, but like fun, like a scavenger hunt. And I'm now really into, it's like shirts that portray New York pre 9/11, so they have the World Trade Centers on it.
Oh, sure.
So I have an SNL shirt that I didn't even see it, but then it has like the Twin Towers. I'm like, I've seen some more recently.
Yeah.
And albums. We started getting albums, and I'm really getting into these comedy albums because there's there's so much lost media in stand-up comedy. It's kind of crazy. There's been different streaming platforms that have somehow gotten access to different libraries, but there's so many albums that you cannot find. Maybe on YouTube you'll find a bootleg, but these records, you see these old Rodney Dangerfields where it's just not anywhere. It's not on Spotify, and so Tovah's really into it. My partner, and we got Carlin, and we got all these Steve Martin albums, and I'm just really getting into. And also, like, listening to contemporary stand-up can be stressful because the moment they touch a topic you're talking about, you're just filled with anxiety of any kind of crossover.
Yes, of course.
And if I'm listening to something from the 60s, it's kind of like I'm seeing a different stage of the evolution of comedy. Wow. I'm not worried they're talking about a different president.
Well, it's studying. It's a different thing.
So I'm really digging my album collection.
That's so nice.
Do you have a blessing, James?
Yeah, it's the tiniest thing in the world. I realized today that there's a park about 6-minute walk from my house, and it's the summer now, and I went, because cold is the thing that destroys me. I can't do it, and it makes me very sad very quickly. And I was going, I wish I could be outside, and there's a beautiful big-ass park by me, and I basically just took a sit down there today, and I went, okay, I just needed oxygen. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, because you can go to Central Park, you can go anywhere, but it's not always the handiest. So having like the 6-minute jaunt while I'm still like waking up is a great excuse.
That's so great.
Yeah.
It's small, but it's nice.
James, where can people find you and see you? Plug all your things.
I'm on Instagram as JortFace. That's J Ortiz. Jort, JORTFACE. I'm about to puppet design an opera at the Metropolitan Opera this fall. Wow. I'm very excited about it.
It's old opera or new opera?
New, brand. It's an original English opera called Lincoln in the Bardo. It's based on the book that some people might really be familiar with. It's a gorgeous book. And it's happening this fall, this October. I'm so excited and proud to be a part of it. I think it's going to be really stunning. And stay tuned for other wacky stuff that might be coming out and more stuff I might be directing or writing or developing because I've taken a break from that and I'm excited to get back into it.
Did Tin Man ever come back? It was so good.
Maybe. It's having a lovely little moment right now because we've been able to allow the license be more available in certain like high schools and colleges. But
Who was
crazy.
the other lead? What was her name? She was
Eliza.
Incredible.
She is. I was talking about her today. She is incredible, and she is now a dialect coach and is having I think she's intensely happy.
Yeah.
She's doing something really that she was always really great at, and I'm really really happy for her. But and that show is kind of moving around, and it's also crazy enough. Woodsman was shot for PBS. There's a video of it.
Oh, right.
And it was on. It's like, I mean, anybody can find it anywhere now. It used to be on Broadway HD, but colleges like watch it. So there's always like a couple periods a year where like 5,000 20-year-olds start following me, and you just go, "What's happening?" Oh God. Okay, great. Yeah. But it's really very sweet, and I'm just grateful that anybody cares, that's kind of the whole thing.
That's great.
Russell, where can people find you?
At Russell J. Daniels on Instagram, and get those tickets for the Downside mini tour this August. Portland, Los Angeles, and San Diego.
Amazing. Just get those tickets. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/downside. I'm on tour. Taping is sold out, Chicago, but there's going to be a standby line if you want to come. And a lot of UK, going on a big UK tour, so get those tickets now. Palladium is almost sold out. And go see Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary, it's incredible. It's incredible.
It's rentable on the internet now.
It's incredible.
Yes.
If I was alone on a spaceship, there would have been a lot more scenes of jerking off.
Well, maybe in the deleted scenes you'll get something you like.
And I just think there'd be so much comedy with the gravity.
Every deleted scene was just jerk offs. Just Rocky jerking off. It's like
Not
70.
Rocky,
It's
both of them?
78
Just from the window, the
deleted
glass?
scenes of Rocky jerking
Guys,
off.
you don't need to help the fandom right now. This is that's quite enough.
Because you know, with the space where it's always like, how do they put on jam or coffee? I just think it would be
You know, on the Artemis, they said Rocky's lines. They had a screening of Hail Mary before they went up, and they said "Amaze, amaze, amaze" up there.
Let me tell you, if I was in a fucking
Isn't that
spaceship,
crazy?
I don't want to watch a drama of like almost fucking dying in space. Get that shit out of here.
Also, astronauts are the most calm people you'll ever meet because you have to be, don't you? Like in a movie, everybody's like, "Oh, I've got to get off this ship," and you're like, "No, they wouldn't let you on. You have to be like the most den leadery person you've ever possibly imagined."
I worry they're going to see an alien and be like, "Rocky," and the alien eats them immediately. This is the downside.